Welcome to Florida, the land of the free, the home of the brave, and the place where every single person you meet tells you, have a nice one. I'm saying cheers, mates, a phrase that confuses them every time, but hopefully I'm giving the same vibe. We are at Universal Studios. First up, we found ourselves walking onto some sort of Fast and Furious ride. Now, visually, it is very good, but as an actual ride, I didn't really rate it. It's just basically sitting there on a bus while things happen on screens around you. You've got engines echoing in the heat, doing burnout, and they're all driving on the wrong side of the road anyway. It's a bit like being stuck on the M25 on a bank holiday, just with more shouting and less rain. After surviving that, we went to watch the Bourne Spectacular. Now, this was actually very good, even if you haven't seen the films before, like us. It's a proper 4D immersive experience. You have real actors doing stunts on a stage, but with a massive screen behind them, so it all blends together. You get fire, you get wind, you get water, the absolute lot. I highly recommend that one. It made us want to go back to the hotel and watch all 5 films. Next on the list was the horror makeup show. Now, before you go in, they give you a very serious reminder. They say it contains special effects and props that could be scary for small children. But, mums and dads, be honest with yourself. Your kids have the internet. A bit of fake blood is nothing to them. They show you a bit where a woman pretends to stick a massive knife right into her arm. The bloke next to her is freaking out, asking if they should sanitize it, and then they pull the knife out yelling, ta-da! Honestly, they called it a horror makeup show, but it was much more like a massive comedy act. It was actually very funny. You do see some props and learn how some of the makeup is done, but overall, it's just a really good laugh. 5 stars for that one. Definitely recommend it. Right, so we've recovered from the fake knife in the arm. I decided to tackle the famous giant pink donut. $12 American. 12 for a single donut. Look at the size of this thing. It's literally the exact size of my actual head. It was very nice, but I think I consumed a month's worth of sugar in about 3 bites. Naturally, that little boy in my stomach ain't happy. And now we've had that absolute unit of a pastry, we need something to wash it down with. So we've headed straight into Moe's Tavern. I have to say, the actual attention to detail is brilliant. It looks exactly like the cartoon, laid out the exact same way. You got Barney at the end of the bar, the love testing machine in the corner, and the pool table. They even have a jukebox, but in true authentic style, it is completely out of order. Obviously, I ordered a pint of Duff beer on tap. They had Flaming Moe's and Duff Light too, but I went for the classic. The verdict? It tasted absolutely identical to Budweiser, not even slightly disguised. Make of that what you will. The beer itself is nothing special, but drinking it inside Moe's makes it feel at least 10% better. I really wanted to give you a review of Krusty Burger, but honestly, that giant donut completely defeated me. We also spotted Cletus's fried chicken shack, which just turned out to be a fake building with no actual chicken inside. A cruel trick to play on a British man. Lady K had her eyes on a giant turkey leg over there by the food stands, and there's a Quickie Mart if you fancy a look around. But we saw something in the distance that caught our eye. For some incredibly stupid reason, immediately after eating a giant donut and drinking a pint, I decided to go on the Men in Black ride. It only had a 15-minute queue, so we chucked our bags in a tiny little locker and went in. Captain J says, time to see what you're made of. Well, I'm currently made of sugar and Budweiser. The ride was okay, but I strongly suggest not doing that food and ride combo. It spins around way too much. Then, completely out of nowhere, we found London. Or rather, the Harry Potter bit. They have put the night bus right next to Leicester Square station, which is right next to King's Cross, which makes absolutely zero geographical sense to anyone from the UK. But we will let it slide. We went into Diagon Alley, and there happened to be a show going on. It was too dark to film anything, but Lady K got a custom wand choosing experience. She tried different ones, things kept going wrong, and then finally, she picked the right one. But it was so dark in there, you just have to take my word for it. It was absolutely magic. As we were heading to the exit, we strolled past the Jimmy Fallon ride. To be perfectly honest, I didn't have a clue what it was, but there was absolutely zero queue. Now, as a British man, walking straight onto a ride without having to stand in line for an hour feels highly suspicious. But we went straight in, chuck on some 3D goggles, and you just sit in a simulator. It throws you through space, up to the moon, with roller coasters crashing into people. I actually think it's a hugely underrated ride. It was genuinely a lot of fun, and definitely better than the Fast and Furious one. Since we were on a roll with short lines, we spotted the Minions Villain Con ride. It only had a 5-minute wait, so we figured, why not do one more before we leave? Well, I'll tell you why not. You stand on a moving walkway, they hand you a giant plastic gun, and you're supposed to shoot at the screen. Sounds simple enough, but the guns were completely rubbish. They didn't really work that well, and when the ride finally finished, I couldn't even see my score. I don't even know if I won, or if I'm a good villain. It killed a few minutes, but it's definitely strictly for the kids. Do not queue more than 10 minutes for this, unless you genuinely enjoy being let down. So, Universal Studios, I have to say, I rate this park very highly. It's not necessarily just a ride, but the sheer effort they put in. The detail is absolutely everywhere. Every street corner, every fake yellow taxi, every single lamppost is perfectly designed. Even when you are just queuing for a ride, the lines are packed with props and scenery to keep you entertained. They really commit to the illusion. So, day one at Universal is in the bag. A massive success, aside from the fact a donut costs the same as a small mortgage. There are still 2 more Universal parks to get through on this trip, so we we'll be coming back here, but tomorrow we are off to the Sea Life Centre to look at some fish. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and come back for that video, and make sure to drop in the comments anywhere else you think I should check out while I'm here in Florida.